Tensions in Albora are reaching their peak as we approach the season finale at full speed. While the official air date of the final episode hasn't been announced yet, we'll soon discuss the most likely timing. In that episode, Nara's story shakes everyone to the core. Will Nara die? Why did Sadaqat specifically ask Fidan for help? What was Jihan's response to Fikriye? Why does Fikriye want to hand over Aliyah to Jihan before she dies? And most importantly, did Fikriye tell Aliyah the truth about Halis? All of this and much more is coming your way in just a moment. I'm back with exclusive and fresh analyses. Don't forget to like the video, subscribe to Drama Vibes, and turn on the notification bell, because the season isn't over yet. There's still more drama to come. Let's begin with Nara. In all my previous analyses, I told you, the person who got shot was Nara. I even laid out the evidence and said she wouldn't die. After she shoots herself, Jihan rushes her to the hospital and she arrives just in time, but her condition is critical. Though the bullet didn't hit a vital organ, it's still serious. The danger is very real. But how will she survive? Sadaqat steps in. In the promo, we saw Sadaqat bending and kissing Fidan's hand. Yes, Nara needs blood, and Fidan is the only one with a matching blood type. What a coincidence, right? Honestly, I can't help but get frustrated with the scriptwriter. These setups are getting too cliché. Almost every scene has someone spying or eavesdropping, and every major event seems to happen with every character magically gathered in the same place. Even if they hadn't shown us that Nara needs blood, we'd still expect Fidan to be the donor. The storyline has become far too predictable. Still, Sadaqat humbles himself for his daughter. I believe even if Fidan initially refuses, she will end up donating blood to Nara in this episode. Without a doubt. Zarin and Shaheen will also try to convince her, but this may also strain Fidan's relationship with Ejmel, and we'll talk about that later. Now to a thrilling twist. Fikriya appears this week saying, "Don't leave my daughter, now or ever." Those who've watched the latest episode know why. She visited Halis and discovered he ordered Boran's murder. Realizing that Aliyah is now in danger, she decides to protect her. She goes to Jihan and asks him to stay by Aliyah's side. That's the essence of it. I believe Jihan won't refuse. He'll tell her, "I won't leave Aliyah." But he won't say this to Aliyah just yet. It'll come in a later episode. As for love, it's already blossoming. Aliyah and Jihan both know they love each other, and they're aware those feelings are mutual. That's why we might see them together at any moment. Even though their relationship is still in the flirting phase, their scenes are deeply touching. They can talk for 3 to 4 minutes without boring us. But we know the magic will eventually break when feelings are fully exposed. For now, their bond continues to grow successfully. Ozan Akbaba and Sinem Unsal have delivered incredible performances. So when Jihan said, "I won't leave Aliyah," to Fikriye, he wasn't joking. But saying this directly to Aliyah will come later, and it'll be a powerful emotional moment. Remember how people criticized Jihan's relationship with his brother's wife at the beginning of the series? They asked, will they really be together? Now, half of Turkey are rooting for this couple to succeed. That's a massive turnaround. There's no need to exaggerate further. These numbers speak for themselves. Now let's talk about the heart of the series, the real plotline. Who killed Boran? And when will the final confrontation begin? The fate of the distant city hinges on this critical moment. In the last episode, Fikriya visited Halis in prison. She spoke to him and discovered he was the one who ordered Borain's murder. That fact is now crystal clear. But as she left the meeting and saw Aliyah standing in front of the prison, she fainted. Personally, I don't think Fikriye will immediately tell Cihan the truth about Halis. Not at first. She'll simply ask him to protect Aliyah for life, because as we've said, she now fears for Aliyah's safety, just like what happened to Boran. That's why her first request to Cihan was protection. But later, I believe she'll reveal the full truth to both Cihan and Aliyah. The only problem is this. Boran died because of Fikriye's actions. If that hadn't happened, she might have confessed right after leaving prison. But because she feels guilty, she chooses silence for now. Still, as I said, she didn't tell Aliyah the truth in the final scene, but she definitely will in the coming episodes, certainly before the season finale. Now, some of you may be wondering, when exactly is the season finale? Turkish series usually go on summer break at the end of May or early June. But since The Distant City has a strong viewership, I think it will continue into early June, likely up to episode 38. Why? Other series stop airing due to declining viewership and weak ad revenue, which no longer covers production costs. But The Distant City continues to attract high ratings, so its ad revenue still justifies production costs. That said, we all know viewership drops in summer. Will the production team risk continuing? We don't know yet, but I still believe episode 28 will be the season finale on June 2nd. This isn't official info, but once it is, I'll share it with you right away. So make sure to subscribe to Drama Vibes to stay updated. Now for our episode review. It was a relief to finally say goodbye to Ugur. Yes, his death was a bit emotional, but he passed away before telling Demir the truth, which might have been for the best. The celebration scenes were touching, especially when Alia hugged Cihan. Also, the moment when Fikriye discovered Halis's betrayal was perfectly timed. Another good point. Cihan still doesn't know that Mina is pregnant. I had predicted that, and now it's confirmed. That proves our analysis is spot on. But the only issue with this episode was Nara. She shot herself to relieve the tension, which led to a painful scene. Sadakat bending and kissing Fidan's hand for help. That's a very negative development. And finally, we witnessed the showdown between Cihan and Demir. The series is slowly moving into action territory. Let's see what happens next. The season finale is just around the corner. This was today's analysis, and the real storm is yet to come. Every video I make will be better than the last. That's a promise. Don't forget to like, share, and stay tuned. We'll meet again in a new video very soon. Until then, take care.